What's going on? You made it. I'm going to give you 12 rules for life. This is my first book review. It's going to be a completely different playlist I'm going to create. I read a lot. In 2023 or 2022, I read over 20 books. I had a goal to do 25, so it's probably going to be in about 21. The last book I finished this week, actually yesterday, was 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. All right. And I'm going to give y'all, what I think about the book. I think the book was dope. I think the book was really dope. But we're going to get into it right here. So here it is, man. This is the book, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson. Very cheap. Came out on January 16, 2018. Random House Canada was the publisher. I actually read the audiobook on the Libby app. So I got the audiobook on Libby. Libby is this app where if you have a library card, you will be able to get ebooks. So if you have a Kindle or iPad or any type of shit like that, you can read your books for free digitally or audiobooks. I consume a lot of audiobooks, but we're going to get into it, man. So Jordan Peterson broke down 12 rules for life, and I'm going to give my interpretation on every single one of them. You dig what I'm saying? And if you could do me a favor, just by being here, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. So here are the 12 rules for life right here. I'm gonna bring them up. 12 rules for life. These are them. You feel me? So this shit is all standard shit, right? This is all standard shit. I think that, like I said, I'm going to give my interpretation on all of them. So these are the 12 rules for life. So, number one, let's get into it. You want to stand up straight. Stand up straight with your shoulders back, right? Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Why is this important? Standing up straight with your shoulders back is important because it symbolizes that you have some confidence. Okay? Confident. The reason why I'm a good salesman is because I'm confident. I look you straight into your face. I shake your hand firmly. I speak clearly, precisely. I have great posture. When I was a kid, my mom used to get on me because she used to say, "Hey, quit slouching. Quit slouching. Why are you slouching?" And I used to be like, "Why are you tripping?" But then as I got older, I grew to realize that when you walk around slouching and you are mush mouth and you know what I mean? Like, how some niggas is just mush mouth? Like, you don't know what the fuck they saying. And like a lot of them mumble rap, like, I don't like calling mumble rap person, but a lot of these young niggas is like grown dope fiends and you don't know what the fuck they saying because they high all the time. Like that type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you want to make sure that you project. You stand up. A man that stands up straight and has his shoulders firmly, it looks better. You look more confident. So make sure you do that. Fellas, number 2, treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. Treat yourself like you are responsible. Treat yourself like you are someone you're responsible for helping. Okay, so that's the next one. Why is that important? I think this one is especially important for people like me who were born natural empaths. I was born a natural empath. So I've had things in my life where I might have treated people way better than they needed to be treated. They were just because they were around me, I treated them with a certain type of, standard. Have you ever been around someone that you believe in them more than they believe in themselves? I've had friends like that. Most of my friends in my 20s were like that. So it's really important that you treat yourself like you are someone you are responsible for helping. So don't just help your friends. You need to help yourself too. Number 3, make sure that you like, share, comment, subscribe. Please. All right? Real shit. Let's get into it. Number 3, make friends with people who want the best for you. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Now, most people don't want the best for you. Most people, honestly, your biggest haters are generally going to be your friends. It's going to be childhood friends. People that you would never think were going to start to hate on you. And the easiest way to test this theory is disappear for a couple of months. Get in really good shape. Build that business. Invest in yourself. Disappear and get better. And then come back. And their initial reaction to your change will tell you everything you need to know. I told my friend this 10 years ago. If you want to really know who supports you, lose that weight that you need to lose. Lose that weight that you need to lose. And then look at the first reaction, how people react to you. If it's like, oh shit, man, damn, you look good, they really fuck with you. But 9 times out of 10, most people, they won't say anything. Or they'll, oh, look at what you, oh, okay, oh, that's cool. You feel me? So you got to really watch that. You want to make friends with people who want the best for you, because most people don't want the best for you. Most people want you to stay in the same level as them. All right? Number 4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday, not with who someone else is today. And I know through the influx of Instagram, social media, and Instagram particularly, because before Instagram, there was no social media that was visually based. Everything else was pretty much text based. Instagram made it to where you got filters and people are on there talking about their vacations and, you know, traveling abroad. You got all type of shit going on. And a lot of people subconsciously, you may not realize it, but you might start to hate on people for where they're going in life. You know, you follow people on Instagram and there's a fine line between inspiration and jealousy. There's a fine line between inspiration and jealousy. You got to be careful with this. There's a lot of people who they look at people on Instagram and they see the highlight. And Instagram is highlights. It's like watching ESPN. Nobody's really going to show you the fumbles of their life online. Most people will show you their highlights. So you got to be careful with that. So what I would suggest is, even at my worst, a couple of years ago, I was going through a depression. I never compared myself to the next person. I never did. I only compared myself to me and who I was, the guy before. All right. So never compare yourself to the next person. You might have somebody drive right past you right now. You might be sitting on the subway or sitting on the bus at the bus stop watching this video, and somebody is driving past you in a Lamborghini, and you're like, damn, I wish I had his life. But you might not know what he's going through. You know, his mom might have cancer. He might be dying. You never know. So always compare yourself to who you were yesterday. This is why I feel like fitness is so important for men. Don't compare yourself to the dude in the gym that's way smaller than you. Ask him, bro, how did you get to this place? And then maybe if you're interested in that, then you start to mimic what he does. But compare yourself to who you were yesterday. You know, that's why I say this, and some people say this is arrogant. But when I go into business, I don't see competition. You know, I see there's no such thing as an oversaturation in business for me. Because when you go down the cookie aisle at the grocery store, there's 30 different types of cookies. There's 30 different types of chips. There's 30 different types of sodas. Your story is going to be a little bit different. So people will buy into your brand based upon they relate to you. So I kind of look at my life the same way. Like when I start a business, like, yeah, there's a shit ton of people on YouTube, right? And there's people that have way more followers than me. But am I worried about them? No. Because the only competition I really have is myself. Real shit. Real shit. So So let's get into it. Number 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. I have no kids yet, but Jordan Peterson in the book was talking about how he would see people out in public and their kids would like act the ass. And everybody sees this. You go to Target, you go to a grocery store, and you see a 3-year-old like bullying his parents, and the parents are like, "Oh, whatever you want, little Tommy." Man, don't. What's gonna happen is that 5-year-old that's an asshole, he gonna turn into a teenage asshole at 15, and he's gonna be a adult asshole at 25. You gotta nip that shit in the bud. So that's what I take from that one. You gotta nip that shit in the bud. You feel me? So don't let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Number 6, set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. I used to be a very judgmental person. I still am. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't judge as bad as I used to. But when I used to judge people, I used to come from a place of, and the funny thing about it, when I did my most judgmental shit, I came from a most judgmental place, I was nowhere near where I am now. My money was fucked up. I wasn't married to a beautiful woman. I didn't have no businesses. I didn't have nothing popping. And I always say this, man, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. My grandmother always said that. So you always need to stay busy, stay progressive. And, I think it's very important that us as men, that we look to set our own house in order before we start to judge people. Okay. None of us will be 100%, right? I'm not 100%, but I kind of treat life kind of like Madden or NBA 2K. And in Madden and NBA 2K, if you're not a gamer, every player has a rating from 0 to 100 or 99. 99 is the highest you can get because nobody's perfect, right? So 99 would be the best players in the league, right? We all have room to grow. None of us are complete. None of us are absolute, but we all have room to grow. So generally when you're working on getting yourself best and your house in order, you ain't worried about what's going on outside. Usually people that are most judgmental are people that have nothing going on in their life. And the judgmental quality is something that I learned. It's a bad habit I learned in my family. And I'm not going to say from who, but if they're watching, they know who the fuck it is. But as I've aged, I've tried not to do that, So try not to judge people when your own house ain't in order. All right. Okay. We got a couple more and we're going to be done. Let's see. All right. Number 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedience. So I grew up coming from one of my parents. I'm just going to be real. My father. The worst thing I picked up from my father was always looking for a shortcut. And it fucked me, always looking for a shortcut in business and in health and all type of shit. And what happens is you might get to your goal, but you didn't build the mindset it took for you to get there. So one thing about weight loss, and I've battled with my weight my whole life. Like I've been an overeater since I was 6 years old. I've had times in my life where I was in shape. I've had times in my life where I was fat. And the times in my life where I'd be in shape was because I would do some crazy diet or I was like really working my ass out really hard to get to that place. But it was for vanity reasons. Like I would be like, when I was younger in my 20s, it would be like, I'm only getting in shape because I want to look good. I want to look better. I want to have a 6-pack and all this other shit. Right? But you got to have a mindset. Like to stay in shape is a lifestyle. It ain't just something, I'm just going to work out for 3 months and that's it. You know what I mean? And I've done crash diets before where I lose 40 pounds and I gain it back plus 15. So expediting shit is the worst thing you can do. You know what I mean? So the hard work, embrace the hard work. Embrace the shit. You know what I mean? Pursue meaningful shit. Fuck being expedient. Why is there a timeline on shit? Oh, I need to lose 30 pounds in a month or 2 months. Oh, I need to be a millionaire in a year. Who are you racing? Understand this, like just like the one before. The only competition you have is yourself. So chase meaningful shit, not expedient shit. Number 8. Tell the truth or at least don't lie. So, fuck, that's pretty self-explanatory. I think we live in a society now where we're in this is the most PC time ever in my life. You can't say nothing against feminism. You can't say nothing against the alphabet mafia. You can't say nothing against anything. But us as straight men, not just straight black men, but straight men, period, we have to deal with everybody's burdens and we can't speak about what we're going through. It's a very interesting time. But, a lot of men feel like they're gagged, like they can't speak their minds. And no matter where we are in history, in human history, I'm gonna say a lot of shit that's gonna offend you, snowflake motherfuckers. I am. Some of y'all gonna watch, like I know this channel is gonna grow progressively over time, and some of y'all gonna come back to videos around this time and be like, he was so hyper masculine, toxic masculinity. Look, man, tell the truth. Tell the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? Tell the truth. Don't lie to motherfuckers. Don't lie. Tell your truth. I feel like what's popular now is all lies. Ladies, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, telling you being promiscuous with your body in your 20s, and then you done had 3 or 4 fucking abortions, and you done had 2 or 3 kids by 3 different niggas, and you done got fat and out of shape, and just because you wear fucking Pocahontas weave and eyelashes like this and fucking 17 pounds of makeup, Idris Elba's gonna come save you when you're 35. That's a lie. Some nigga that makes $250,000 a year is gonna come save you. There used to be a caste system in America, like there used to be a caste system. People knew where the fuck they were. Ugly motherfuckers knew they was ugly, but they would like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself in the gym and I'm gonna have the best body I can have, and I'm gonna be a good person. People in the middle, the average people knew they were average, and top tier motherfuckers knew they was top tier, right? But somewhere in the last 10, 15 years, every woman is a 10. We all created equal. No, we're not. We're not. Everybody is not a 99 rating. You got to be realistic. And I'm going to tell you, the more you feed into the mainstream media lying to you about, oh, it's healthy. You can be a 300-pound woman and it's cool. You can be a 300-pound man and it's cool. Oh, you can be promiscuous with your body. And there's still going to be a top tier man wanting to marry your ass. They're lying to you. You're being led astray. See, a lot of y'all are twerking backwards off the cliff. You're blindly twerking backwards off a fucking cliff. Hoe is life. You're going to be 70, 80 years old talking that shit, and you ain't going to have no man, no husband. Come on. Be realistic. Because the thing is, you want people around you that are going to be honest with you. No yes man, no yes woman. Just be honest. So try to tell the truth. Don't lie to motherfuckers. That's why I'm not going to lie to you. I got this nigga in my building, my loft, and he makes terrible clothes. They're not terrible. They're just not my thing. He's 28, so he does the whole flashy. It's not my thing. I'm a very subtle guy. I got I got my hoodie on from a man, Madhu Fattar from Oakland. I'm very subtle. This nigga shit, he got like the sequins and all that other shit. And he asked me if I liked the shit. And I said, no. Straight up. I just told him like, nah, it ain't my style. And he got offended. Oh, you a hater. I'm like, all right, whatever. I just don't like all that over the top shit you're doing. You know what I mean? So try not to lie to people. All right. All right, let's go through the next three. Assume that the person you are listening to might know something that you don't. You got to assume that. So basically, I had a conversation with the same person I'm telling you about. This clothing designer. He's 28. He's asking me questions on my opinion. He cut me off in the middle of my shit. I learned a long time ago it's not smart to talk about politics nor religion with the average person, because the average person is going to be super left and super right. And their premise, they usually have the primacy effect, which is basically whatever you were primarily taught, you're going to believe. And anything that comes your way that might have data and facts and percentages that might totally debunk what you believe, you're not going to believe it. Nope. My pastor told me. Black Christians, they do a lot of that shit. So, but yeah. So the next one is this: be precise in your speech. Be precise in your speech. Don't be mush mouth. We talked about that. Number 11: do not bother children when they are skateboarding. So Jordan Peterson, in a book, he was talking about how, and he's Canadian. I think he was either living in Montreal or living in Toronto, and he would see kids skateboard. And he said that he was very, very, rather than, this what you're doing is dangerous, rather than warning kids, he was more enthralled by how these kids would put themselves in harm's way for the glory of growing. Because sometimes, man, you got to do shit that might potentially hurt you to get stronger. So that's what that one means to me. And the very last one: pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. So basically, don't be mean, I guess. That's what I would take it as. Anyway, so this is my first book review. I give this book, as a rating, I give it a 98. It's a 98. This is a 98 rating. So that's a 0 out of 100. It's a 98. I would definitely tell you to recommend. I would definitely recommend for you to go check it out. I'm actually on his second book now. I started it yesterday. And this is, I think this might be the next one I do. This is Beyond Order: 12 More Rules for Life. If you liked anything you've seen today, like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good shit. All right? Peace and love.